In 2019, I woke up one morning and I was blind in my right eye. And I was just panicked, and I'm a veteran. So I went to the VA and they said I had an occlusion and I was bleeding behind my eye. So that started my doctor's appointments with a specialist, where every month he would put a needle in my eye and he'd do laser and inject me and stuff. And I did that for 3.5 years. And I had fallen apart 2 or 3 times because psychologically it just was so hard. And then my friend Victoria in Galveston, Texas, got hold of me and said, Destiny, I found something that's helping my eyes, because she has macular degeneration. And I said, what do you got? And so she sent me some patches. And so what I decided when I got them is, let's see if they work. And I quit taking medicine and I quit going to the eye doctor. I was just done. And so it's been 8 months since they put a needle in my eye. And I went to the doctor. Well, when they were putting the needle in my eye, it caused me to have a cataract in my eye. I had to have cataract surgery. Then because of that needle, I got glaucoma in my eye because of that. And so it just was compounding on everything. And so when I started these patches 8 months ago, I quit everything. I went to the eye doctor, and I didn't tell them that I wasn't taking the medicine until after they tested my eyes. And I have normal pressure in my eyes. I no longer have glaucoma. So just like, yay, I don't have glaucoma. And I told my surgeon that I was on the patches, that it was a stem cell patch. And that's why I didn't go back to the retinal doctor. I'm letting my own body heal itself. And she's just like, oh, that's good. That's good. So I feel so blessed, because as a single woman, I was so afraid with the eye not being able to see correctly. And I was afraid it was going to affect my good eye, and mentally having a doctor put a needle in your eye, you can't look away, and psychologically I was falling apart. I had went to the VA and I just was burst out crying, I can't do this. And he was like, pull up your bootstraps, Sergeant Simon. This is the best there is.
So Destiny, let me ask you a little bit about the symptoms of glaucoma. Like, what you said, no more pressure in your eye. Forgive me for not understanding what this is exactly, but what is glaucoma? Like, what is that eye issue?
And it increases the pressure in your eyes, and you can go blind from the pressure. Yeah.
From the pressure. So it's eye pressure, and the pressure doesn't come down.
Correct. And so you have to do these eye drops in your eye at night, which doesn't sound like much, but they cause dry eye. And dry eye can tear up your retinal.
Wow. So it was just the cycle of your eye getting worse and worse, from the needle to the pressure to the dry eye to the retinal not working. And I suppose there was a part of you, being a single woman, worrying like, am I going blind in all of this? I'm sure.
Exactly. And my freedom. And you think about this. I don't have any family to speak of. I have one son, but has his life, so I don't have anybody. And I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of myself? So these patches, when I got them, not only did I know Victoria, but I just prayed about it. And I've always loved science. I worked in a hospital. And so I'm like, stem cells. Wow.
What patches have you been using for 8 months? All X39? Did you add any other ones with it?
I've used X39, X49, Eon, glutathione, carcinine, SP6. When I started the business, I ordered them all. I look like the polka dot woman. You know? And so ever since this past 8 months, I always have the X39 and the glutathione most of the time. I've really started being religious with the carcinine, and always I've had the Eon and the Alavita at night. And now what you guys are saying about the sleep, I guess I'll be trying those at night. I don't have a problem sleeping.
Well, I would say for the eye support, I love the X39, the Eon for inflammation, and that carnosine for organ support, because those eyes are one big organ we got to love on. And Dr. Stacy would probably be able to talk more about that. But Destiny, I'm so happy that your report came back with pressure gone, symptoms of glaucoma gone. Not so worried about going blind, and now you as a single woman can have your freedom. Yes.
Yes. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy
that God sent this to me, because with everything, it was just so emotionally straining.
Yes.
You know, I have PTSD, and so it was starting to affect where I would have attacks when I was asleep. I would wake up in places. You know, you go to bed and then you wake up and you're not in bed, and it's just PTSD. So getting these patches and everything has settled me down so much at night. I sleep like a rock. So
well, you know, I will say none of us expected this to happen, but somehow the patch showed up. So